Yo, what's going on? This is Godma. I'm going to be bringing you a 1 vs 1 game on the new 2 vs 2 map titled Scorched Haven. You guys can see for yourself that Racist, the purple Protoss player, is spawning here in the western position across the red Zerg, which are being commanded by myself, Rapt. So I said earlier this was a 4-player map. You can see that the other starting locations are down here respectively. So although we are going to be playing a Protoss versus Terran, there's going to be lots of room, there's going to be lots of terrain to traverse until we finally encounter each other. But not unlike the map Incineration Zone, this also has like a lava, char, fiery theme going on. So let's see which race will come out on top in this particular planet. My first scouting overlord here is just almost reached halfway, as it is almost passing that watchtower now. Getting a very early extractor for whatever reason, so maybe opting to go for roaches, or maybe setting my sights to that speedling rush, actually transferring 4 drones there, cancelling the 4th one, so now the optimal 3 are harvesting from that extractor. We have the first gateway coming from Racist. He's also dropping a forge, so probably opting to go for cannons. He's got to be careful to not let this energy cap. He's sitting at 80 energy right now. He probably needs to use that on some probes. Either way, he can't let that cap at 100, or he will not be using his Reese's economy boost that well. Also, just to eliminate any doubt, certainly you guys have noticed these new ranks on the units. For example, Zerg, the starting rank is Predator, and as they accumulate kills, it's around every 5 kills or so. For every amount of kills they do get, the rank increases by 1. So it's just a quick way to see which units have gotten what kills, and just sort of a little bit of a reward system in-game that Blizzard implemented. There's actually some sort of thing growing down there in the lava that's kind of troubling. But I have my spawning pool in play. Got that pretty early, and not getting the Zergling speed, although I could afford that with my early gas. Actually, I'm getting that Roach Warren pretty late at around 21 supply. On the other side of things, Racist, he has indeed let his chrono boost cap, so right off the bat, that's going to be hurting his chances. He has assembled a humble force here of 3 zealots and a single cannon watching this front door. I haven't bothered to scout Racist base excuse me, beyond that initial scouting drone, but I do know that he's not trying any proximity rushes or anything too radical. Getting a very early hatchery, so dropping that second hatchery at around 22 supply. I would speculate that I'm just going to pump roaches off of 2 bases, try to do some damage to the Protoss force that way, but my extra larvae are now in play. Probably need to work on an Overlord next, as I'm almost food capped. But this Overlord is not being microed very well. It's going to encounter this photon cannon, and it's not going to go down just yet, unless Racist wants to get a Stalker in play. But this Overlord is going to observe these Zealots moving out into the middle of the map. They're probably just going to try to do some scouting. But dropping that initial creep tumor now, favoring that even over spawn larva, just to try to help my creep highway out of my base here. I even have this one Overlord positioned when my lair tech finishes, so that it can begin spewing creep immediately. So there's my first batch of roaches in all of their glory. Massing up about 5 right now. Transferring some drones now to this second hatchery. But actually, yeah, Racist getting a fairly early Nexus. Even playing as Protoss, it looks like he wants to operate off of these 2 bases and just fortify his position with cannons, so let's see if that works out for him. Dropping some proximity pylons just to get some scouting. He's going to have a lot of food freed up, so yeah, he is dropping a third gateway to sort of use that supply when it becomes available to him. But as far as the Zerg end of things, no upgrades on those roaches just yet. I definitely have the gas to afford one, but I'm choosing not to get it. This Overlord is sitting here on this high ground to try to catch any Protoss units that stray too close. Likewise, I'm using my roaches to scout. Both of these Zelnaga watchtowers are being commanded by the Zerg right now. But we have a little bit of a confrontation here. These roaches getting this first zealot down to no shields, doing a little bit of damage there to that second zealot, but I'm not too concerned about this force of 4 zealots as my main force of roaches here is going to rally to the middle, but these zealots, for whatever reason, probably checking out this expansion here, seeing that I have no base, going to be pulling them back now, probably going to try to defend themselves against these roaches. 1 Warblade slice, 2 slices, 3 slices, and that zealot falls down to that roach. Now my first roach going down. Zealots here does not look good for them as they now have 2 casualties to my 1 casualty, and all of those zealots are eliminated. Taking a look at the army size, I think that is, I'm just going to check the hotkey real quick, it is A for army, I thought that's what I pressed. But I definitely have the superior army size. We both have 43 food in play, so that's interesting to note. Just our similar playstyles there, but I definitely have the larger army at this point if I wanted to, and I certainly could if I was able to micro down those cannons well enough. I certainly could just take this game right now with my superior army size, but it doesn't look like I'm displaying the initiative that is required to do that. Just now as I say that though, I'm trying to bring all these roaches together as I kind of have them somewhat foolishly spread all across the map. They are going to become slightly more effective here in this ball, but as far as races,